Hey guys, JH, welcome to Practice Tea. Okay, just a couple of little things today on Channellock that might help you. I think you need backcock in Channellock. The reason I say you need backcock in Channellock is because it pre-channels the club and the direction that you want to go into backswing. By that I mean, if I'm standing with a back ball position there and I've got my shoulders square, I've got to turn them really to get the club going in that channel. And there is a propensity, if they're square at address, that I may want to go that way before I go this way, and then that'll be a big rolling arc. I don't want that. So what I think you can do, and what I've found, and I think what happens with me, and the reason I get the backcock that I get, is because of simply positioning my hands in line with the back ball position. My first requirement is to get that ball positioned off that trail foot. Now once it's there, and I've already got my grip here, now the ball's there. Now to facilitate putting the club on the golf ball, I've got to bring it back here. Now watch what happens when I go from here, watch what happens with this lead shoulder. When I bring the club back to here, it automatically, for me, gives me backcock or angularity on my shoulders. If I'm square here, and then I go into here, by pulling my hands this way, look, it just pulls my shoulder around. So the facilitating of the ball in that back position, with the grip being as perpendicular as I can get it, and having it to the right side, for me, to the trail side of the body, here, that automatically gives me backcock. Watch this. I'm square here with the shoulders. As soon as I put the club there, I get my backcock automatically. And that's pre-channeling, guys. That will just give you the straight line attack that we want to really have with Channellock. We want to have a straight line attack. We don't want to have a big sort of wide archy type club head path. We just want a straight line. Now guys, it'll feel like a straight line, and I want it to feel like a straight line. I want it to feel like that and that. Now clearly it won't be that, because the ball would go there. Now even going back here, what I feel is straight line, and coming down what I feel is straight line, there's still arc in it. There's still arc in it because the shoulders are rotating around the spine. And there will always be arc for that reason. So no matter what I feel, I'm still going to have a little bit of arc. But I don't want to feel like I've got any arc. I want to feel like I'm straight line. And the more straight line I get as a feeling, the better I hit the golf ball. So, it's back ball position. Here, then I bring my arms across, then I'm pre-channeled. The more you can get your hands and arms positioned over here, above the ball, and if the golf ball is far enough back, it automatically pre-cocks your shoulders, or presets your shoulders, or pre-channels the club head because the shoulders are pre-cocked or back-cocked. It just does that automatically. Now guys, the other thing that I'm going to incorporate in my golf swing forever going forward now is the ready code, the Mr. X ready code. And I want to talk to you about that. For people that have had some problems with their golf swings over the year, and you're looking at the main offender here. I've had it my whole life. You know, trying to blend my quick backswing into a downswing. I've always had that. Because that's my nature. I mean, I'm really quick. Everything I do is quick, quick, quick. So what I'm saying is I think you can take the club back, get it up the top here, and you can pause there. And you will still have an automatic response system of the body starting the swing as it should start it in a normal golf swing. A normal golf swing. We create torque in the lower body against the upper body. And we get here, the lower body is wanting to move. It's a precursor anatomical activation. And you know, in any golf swing, you know, the lower half and the lead side has got to start. Something in the lead side has got to start first in any golf swing. It's just got to do that, guys. Otherwise, you can't get the clubs, you can't get the hands trailing the downswing. If something in the lead side doesn't start the downswing, you'll always get that. You'll always get the out and over. Every great player, or every good player, starts the swing with something in the lead side, activating the downswing. And a lot of people will say, well, that comes about because we blend the golf swing. Normally, we have, you know, a backswing, and then the downswing is already starting for most people in the backswing, like Hogan and those types of guys, and Rory and Ricky Fowler and those guys, and Michelle Wee, all those type, you know, players, because they build up tremendous torque, guys. The torque is this. That's the foundation of the lower body. They keep that torque there so that when they get to the top, if I got to, even though I'm pausing up here, there's a lot of tension there, wanting to start down. I don't want to get to the top with my pause, and like I could stay there forever because there's no torque in that golf swing. There's no torque there, nothing to start the downswing. So my lead side, or something in the lead side, is not going to start the downswing because there's no pressure on it. There's no elastic recoil activation in it. It's just not there. There's no reflexive unwinding of the wind-up that took place in the backswing. That's not there. And so if I don't have that, if I just go here and I let everything break down and there's no coil, I can stay here forever. I've got nothing to start the downswing other than the hands. And if I start with the hands, I'm dead. I'm just dead. So what I'm saying is I think that we can take the club back as long as we keep the torque in the legs. We can take the club back, stay here, and then the lower half will still initiate the downswing when you're ready to go. I just think that that's the way we're designed. I mean, if we're standing still like this, dead still, and we start to walk, no trouble doing that. Whatever the component is, it'll start by itself. It's like a runner, a sprinter in the starting blocks. He's down there and he's dead still, not moving. But then as soon as the gun goes off, everything activates itself as it should. Because he's got the tension there. He's got his legs in tension. He's ready to go. He's got the pressure on the pads of his feet. He's ready to go. And all he needs is the signal to go. And I think that can happen in the golf swing. I don't think he'll have any problem getting to the top of the golf swing, stopping, and then starting correctly, which is the lower part of the body first, providing you create some torque on the backswing. And how do we do that? Well, how do I do it? I just try and keep a little bit of flex in that trail leg here, and I feel a little bit of flex here. I don't let my left side break down a lot. I try and keep a little bit of pressure in that lead side and that lead knee. I don't let it come across and roll around too much. And that's what gives me some starting reflex, coil release in the downswings because I build it up. So I sit into that trail leg here. As I take it back, I'm building. There now. Now guys, I feel pressure in my trail heel here. I feel my trail heel wanting to go this way. And I feel my trail foot toes wanting to go that way. That will tell you that you've got the right amount of torque in your golf swing and the coiling and the stabilising of that trail side correct. If you don't feel that, then you've got no got no torque setting in the golf swing. As I take that back, when I get to there, that actually wants to spin my foot like that. And with rubber spikes it does that sometimes, especially on wet ground and long grass. But you'll find that out, how much torque you can build into that part of the swing. If you don't have that feeling, guys, you get to the top of the swing, and a lot of guys that are over the top swingers in any golf swing are people that do this. Even in a conventional golf swing, they just do this. Now I could stay there for 3 weeks. There's nothing to start me down. But in a conventional swing, or in my old swing, watch the tension here. No, I want to go. That lead foot wants to go. This here, the pressure here, it's wanting to do that. It's wanting to do that. And you're allowed to do that in Channellock, guys. You're allowed to get that torque release there. The hips can fire. You know, the lead leg can go back here. The lead hip can go that way. Underneath the shoulders being closed. They can fire open as much as they want. But the shoulders can't. But if you have the right application of the torque, you'll get that unloading. I haven't hit any shots today, but I'm really going to just apply the ready code for me. I just like it. Well, there, guys, first shot of the day. That's the first shot of the day, and that's perfect. It's just perfect. And I've been in the gym all morning working off the all the Christmas lunches yesterday and the sweets and all that sort of stuff. Felt like an absolute slug in the gym today because you've got just so much of that. It's beautiful going down, but it really does. And I'm not a big sweet eater, and I don't pump a lot of stuff into me, so when it's in me, it really does make me sluggish. So I've been in there today punishing myself. So I'm quite tight, but that was a perfect golf shot. Perfect golf shot. Now that didn't have as much ready set on it as we had the other day, but it's great to come out here dead cold and have an element of ready in the golf swing. But I have to have the torque. There's another one. Now guys, I've got a little bit of this going and I've got a bit of this going. That's because I'm really tight. But they're beautiful shots. And as I keep saying, you don't have to have all the stuff that I've said you have to have. Look, it doesn't matter. As long as you can just hit the ball from here, from the back position, in a channel, with your shoulders closed, and hit it solid, it doesn't matter what you do with the rest of the golf swing. It doesn't matter. The individuality there is open. It really is good. But I love this pause. I mean, I sent that video off to some buddies of mine that don't, you know, they're not viewers of my standard thing. They're just guys that I've taught over the years, friends of mine and conventional guys. And they just couldn't believe that I could actually pause my golf swing. They just couldn't believe it. Here we go. Now see how my shoulders are assuming. They're just really great shots. And And it rained all night here, guys, and the grass is wet and it's long. I hate these rubber spikes. And I don't like, you know, like I've got a dozen pair of golf shoes, and I've got those, you know, like the FootJoy shoes and the Nike shoes with the big heavy spikes. But the problem with those is you're up in the air too much. That's why I wear these type of things, because I like to have flat feet. I don't like to be off the ground, and those things put me up in the air too much. So I have to sort of go with basically like a flat-soled shoe. All right, now what I'm going to try and do is actually take this back further and have a little bit more pause. Hit that great. But what happened there, because I felt that was going back a bit further, and I haven't felt that before, I got nervous. Oh, you're never going to get back to the ball. That went perfect. But it was a bit scary, and I certainly didn't have the pause effect that I need. Okay, it doesn't matter if you miss-hit it, Jay. Just see if you can stay up there. They're great shots, guys. Now that'll probably do me. Okay, it's not an absolute dead set pause, but I'll get into that. And the reason I'm not doing that today, as I say, I'm very stiff from the gym. But I will get into that where I will stop. I'll actually try and stop. I'll probably miss-hit this because I'm quite stiff and I'm actually quite sore. Wow! Oh, that is just... I actually hit that ball so hard that it went like that. These Srixon range balls here are very soft. They're very high spin balls. And that actually really just flattened that golf ball, and you could see it just gained its shape out there and it went like that. That was just amazing. That was a perfect hit, and I thought I would miss-hit that. So I'm really trying to exaggerate that stop. They're just perfect golf shots, guys, and I love it when I can come out. Well, the kudos for that goes to the Channellock mechanics and the principles of Channellock. I'm always in the same place. I'm not going to hit wides, and I'm not going to hit variations of shots. I'm just not going to do that. That will not happen with Channellock, and it has never happened with Channellock. As I say, the bad shots for me, or the not so great shots or not so good shots, are only third or fourth or fifth groove. A little thin. They always start in the same direction. Just yeah, sorry guys, with this non-mobile microphone, see what if we can pause the driver. Now I've only hit what, 5 shots or something with the iron straight onto the driver. Now guys, what I'm saying, for guys that are having trouble getting the long irons in the air, or the longer clubs, just grip the club down and stand closer to it for a while, till you get the feeling. I grip everything down. The driver's like here. And that just lets me get close to the ball. And it stops me reaching, clearly. If I'm close, I'm not reaching. But when I reach, it makes the swing too archy. Just makes it too rounded. Now the closer I can get to it, the more I can swing the club like that. And the club comes back in a straight line with the proper loft. But if I swing it archy, if I'm reaching for it, it gets out here and I'm shutting it down too much coming in. I'm not coming in, and I feel very much like it's a down to out to up swing, very much so. It's a down to out to up swing. And that's how I have no trouble getting the height on the driver. So we'll see if we can get a little bit of pause. I may mishit this because I really haven't tried to pause this much with the driver. Just right in the middle of the golf club, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to do a video when the weather gets better and we get rid of some of the crowds here, the holiday makers, on the pitching the ball. Pitching and the chipping the ball with the pause and channel lock. I hit a couple of shots. I had to meet a guy down here at lunchtime, and I hit, for about 20 minutes on the practice green down there, and I should have set the camera up, and I was just doing little 35, 40 metre shots with channel lock and with the Mr. X pause code, like this. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's like you can't jab the shot, or you can't jump on it. It won't let you. It's just a great mechanism for chipping. Or pitching. I mean, these are only little pitch shots, about 35, 40 metres. Now guys, what I see in the club player, or the rank and file player, with their chipping, with their pitching and their chipping, the single biggest glaring obvious problem is that there's really no good rhythm. It's always jerky, and it's always little backswing, quick downswing, or really quick backswing and a D-cell going through. The rhythm's not there, but this is just beautiful rhythm. Look at this rhythm. This is just beautiful. And as I said the other day, just a little pitch shot, a little chip onto the green. It's just, it's almost like you're throwing the ball in the hole. Alright, I'll just hit a couple of shots, guys. There was just a couple of things I wanted to point out today. Let's see if I can, and I'm prepared to miss-hit a shot. I've done it before. I missed one the 29th of July 1986, I remember it well. So I'm prepared to do it again. I wish. I said that to Mo once. I said, Mo, don't you ever miss a shot? He said, oh yeah, I missed a shot. I missed one. The same thing. He said, yeah, 26th of July 1953. So I missed one. So that wasn't an original line, guys. I miss my share. But my misses are not horrible. That's the good thing. You know, I don't get... Nobody times it perfectly all the time. No one. Okay, I might miss hit this, but I'm quite happy to. Let me tell you guys, I would love to miss a ball like that every day. That's just majestic. Somebody called me a scatterbrain the other day. Said I should give it away. It's one of the guys. I mean, I've just deleted him off the channel anyway. I mean, why would you say that? I mean, people lose sight of what the channel's about. Saying, oh, you're going from this and that. Of course I'm going from different methods all the time. This is a channel that gives people options. That's what it's about. It's not about teaching the one thing, because not everybody can use the one thing. This whole channel is designed to give you options, variations. But that clown couldn't see it. And I don't understand it. I just don't understand the mentality of people that make comments like that. And I said I wasn't going to get annoyed about it anymore. Bill Phillips said the other day he's got past that. And I'm a fairly placid side of guy. But I just don't understand, guys. I mean, nothing I ever do is set in cement. It's evolutionary. It's evolvement. It's options, alternatives. If everybody could hit it well, they wouldn't be looking at this channel. Telling me I'm a scatterbrain. Well, I might be. But this scatterbrain has unearthed a lot of swings over a lot of years that have helped an enormous amount of people. And I've never had a student that I couldn't improve. Well, one. I've had one. But that was a deliberate attempt. And I've never had a student that I couldn't improve. And that particular guy said, nobody will be able to swing with that golf swing. Nobody. It's ridiculous. Well, I can swing with it. A buddy of mine the other day took it on the golf course and shot 5 under. 5 under, first time out with it. 5 under. So you can't play with it, huh? Okay. This could be a miss hit. Perfect. What that was just a slight push. And that's because of these spikes. They're so slippery. Because I drive down, get the weight going down, you know, my foot just slips a little bit. Just, you know, 3 or 4 yard push. Still would have been right side of the green. And what I've got to do, guys, is I'm just going to make the transition from the pause to the downswing much softer. Don't jump at it. You don't have to jump at it. Come on, Jason. How far? How long can you stay, and how far can you take it back? Well, that puts a lot of pressure on these shafts, because I play with very soft shafts, guys. Because I like to feel the head of the golf club. I've always done that. Always had very stiff driver shafts, but I've always had very soft iron shafts. Because I don't swing my irons hard. But that was just a bullet. Come on, see if we can just really take it back a crazy amount. If I'm going to swing like that, these shafts are not going to stand up to that. I could just feel those. That shaft just gives it. And of course they've got a lot of torque in them. They've got about 5.5 degrees of torque in these shafts. And of course the face just opens. You can feel it when you hit it. Just face just opens because the speed's up. I'm probably 5 miles an hour up with my iron speed. I'll take it back, but not try and be as savage. Yeah, my buddies that have seen it, guys, they can't believe it. They said, Jay, that doesn't look like you. It just doesn't look like you. And I got to tell you, it doesn't feel like me. Last shot. Okay, overdo it. Overdo it. Put so much load on the shaft. That's just what's concerning me. I've got to get confident with and not get spooked by the shaft. I mean, it went so high because the shaft kicks so high. Okay, just smooth. Even though I'm not stopping, the tempo is longer. I think it's only because I'm really tight. That I did a lot of shoulder work today and I'm really tight in the shoulders. Okay, see if I can stop. Gee, that's a good shot. Guys, we're only a couple of days into this. The ready code, only just a couple of days into it, and it's fantastic. I love it. I want to hit some shots to just show you where I'm putting those hands to get that back cock. Now this is the peculiarity. See this angle here? You've got to have that because the club's got to go there. If you've got that, the club's going to bang into you. Just reinforce that, guys. Okay. Okay, 5 o'clock nose. I've been doing everything today but 5 o'clock nose. Tight, but gee, they're good shots. Okay, guys, that was just a little bit today. Just to give you just a little bit more, just a little bits, reinforce. Beautiful here now, no wind, there's a storm coming. Okay guys, I hope you all had a nice Christmas day. It was great to get out here. Come down here today, the shopping centres are full here, everybody's going crazy with the sales, the post-Christmas sales, it's just nuts. Can't get in the shopping centre, it's just crazy. And, yeah, just great to get down here for an hour and just relax and get away from the madding crowd. Okay guys, have a look at that and just take it on little by little by little. Okay, we'll do some more tomorrow.